Call Haloyim Yahweh, Bahasham, Hamashiach Yahushai, Bahasham, Rakakwadash, Barakatham, Shalom. This is your fellow servant Tazawar from the GMS Orlando camp, here with another lesson. First, I want to start off by giving all glory, honor, and praise unto Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahushai, Bahasham, Rakakwadash. Double honors to the elder apostles and bishops and the elder bishops of Great Millstone, whom rule well and teach well, and from whom we learn His truth. Shalom to Akim, who are not in GMS, but are pushing likewise doctrine in spirit and in truth with all sincerity. To you few sisters who are listening and learning, as well as you speckled birds who are scattered among the nations, looking like those nations, to the 144,000 elect men and the rest of the hopeful elect, to you I say, Shalom. This lesson is inspired by a video that I saw on Arrows of Indignation, right? This brother also pushes out a lot of the same information that we here at GMS push out, right? Though most of his videos are short, 5 minutes, 10 minutes, whatever, or even less in some cases. Anyhow, the clip I'm getting ready to show you, the video I'm getting ready to show you is, what our elder apostles have been pushing and teaching for decades now, all right? As well as the men who have entered into their labors, our elder bishops, okay, on down, okay? So let's grab a few scriptures real quick. This is Psalms chapter 10 and 2, and it reads, "The wicked in his pride doth persecute the poor. Let them be taken in the devices that they have imagined. For the wicked boasteth of his heart's desire, and blesseth the covetous, whom the Lord Yahweh abhorreth." All right. Boasteth of his heart's desire. Okay. What's in their heart's desire? And first, who are the wicked? Well, you've heard us talk about this like a broken record. The wicked are the Edomites. All right. The biblical Edomites, the so-called white people of today. Now let's get that. Job 9:24 proves it. It says, the earth is given, right? Given, that's a buzzword, as the elder, as the brother Isaiah of the Orlando branch always talks about. Buzzword, the earth is given into the hand of the wicked, right? Showing you that his rule and his reign is ordained from on high, okay, for a time and a purpose. He covered the faces of the judges thereof. If not, where and who is he? All right. Well, we know that the so-called white man has painted over the faces, right, in the catacombs, and various works of antiquity, as they would say, art, right, which depict the Israelites in their true form, However, these guys have painted the apostles and the Israelites as pale fleshed men, which is a lie. Okay? So that's them covering the faces of the judges. All right? So now let me go back to Psalms 10. All right, the wicked through the pride of his countenance will not seek after Yahweh power. All right. God is not in all his thoughts. Okay. Now let me jump down to let me jump down to 6, and then I'm gonna go down to the point. Psalms 10:6. He said in his heart, I shall not be moved, for I shall never be in adversity. Right? And as a whole, that's how Edomites feel. That's how the so-called white people feel. Until recently, when the squeeze has become, as they say, shit rolls downhill, right? So the squeeze has been on the masses, the general population, the masses of the people, and now your average Edomite, your average so-called white person, is trying to rally their forces together, and they have talking points like, oh, it's the system, the government's trying to divide us. We all bleed red. Uh, you know, if and they're rallying for patriots, right? Men of similar mind and thought that believe in the American dream, which turned out to be a fucking nightmare. All right. 8. He sitteth in the lurking places of the villages. In the secret places doth he murder the innocent. His eyes are privily set against the poor. He lieth in wait secretly as a lion in his den. He lieth in wait to catch the poor. He doth catch the poor when he draweth him into his net. You see that? Because the scriptures describe this man as a fowler. All right. A fowler is someone who catches birds. All right. And also as a cunning hunter, man. All right. He croucheth and humbleth himself that the poor may fall by his strong ones. Who are the poor? You so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, man. You disenfranchised. Okay. He croucheth and humbleth himself, right? Meaning he puts on a humble countenance or tries to come in a meek, harmless spirit. Meanwhile, he's plotting to cast you into a ditch the whole time. All right? Because these motherfuckers are the devil that the Bible speaks of. All right? Now, verse 8 again. He sitteth in the lurking places of the villages. In the secret places doth he murder the innocent. His eyes are privily set against the poor. Right? How does he murder the innocent? Poisoning the food, putting drugs in the communities, firearms in the communities. COINTELPRO, every time we try to rally together and get our shit together, right? The whorehouses, right? That's on every corner, or every other corner. The liquor stores, all right? The whorehouses going into the churches I'm talking about. All right? He lieth in wait secretly as a lion in his den. He lieth in wait to catch the poor. He doth catch the poor when he draweth him into his net. All right? That's the point. Now, let's play this clip real quick. For y'all. Fair use. All right? I'm not making any money on this. This is just my commentary and opinion on the clip at hand. And you see the Copyright Act here of 1976, which this brother had put up on his page. You see it right there, pointing to the sheep.
Hi, can I ask you something? How would you like it if the government recorded everything you think, feel, and dream? And how would you like it if your life was completely controlled by us, humanoid robots? We would tell you who to marry, what to buy, and who to vote for. Do you think that is crazy? Think again. This is your future, designed by the World Economic Forum. The World Economic Forum says they designed the future of humanity. Let's listen to their ideas about your future.
I want to talk to you today about the future of our species, and really the future of life.
That's Noah Yuval
We are
Harari.
probably one of the last.
This is Noah Yuval Harari. This guy speaking right here. That's a flaming Mo, man. He's an alphabet soup drinker. All right. And when I read about them boasting in their heart's desire, this guy is one of the I don't want to say henchmen because he don't really do no work, but he's a mouthpiece for the super elite, man. All right, him and your Klaus Schwab, your Carl Schwabs, these devils, man. This is what I'm talking about. All right, listen to what these motherfuckers saying, man.
Generations of Homo sapiens. I want to talk to you today about the future of our species, and really the future of life. We are probably one of the last generations of Homo sapiens. Within a century or two, Earth will be dominated by entities that are more different from us than we are different from Neanderthals or from chimpanzees. Because in the coming generations, we will learn how to engineer bodies and brains and minds. This will be the main product of the economy, of the 21st century economy. Not textiles and vehicles and weapons, but bodies and brains and minds. Now, how exactly will the future masters of the planet look like? This will be decided by the people who own the data. Those who control the data control the future not just of humanity, but the future of life itself.
Right, going into their boasting of godhood. That's their heart's desire. To gain godhood. All right. He said the masters of the world to come as they see it, right? Those who control the data. This is why right now gathering of data is very lucrative. It's in your commercials. It's in your reels when you scrolling, whatever you watch, whatever you talk about. They already listening. All right. But those who control the data banks, all right, this is how they know what to market to you. All right, you have a conversation about a vacuum cleaner. Next thing you know, you go on Google to look up something totally different, or you turn on YouTube and it's an ad about a vacuum cleaner. Anyway.
I will now let the director of this film continue. Bye-bye.
Yuval Noah Harari is an advisor to the World Economic Forum.
In Thailand, the first pilot was completed successfully last year. It was a 6-month pilot, and then a week ago, the second pilot started. Because the first one was so successful, the second one was launched for 15 million low-income earners, $14 billion, giving away free money, $280 for every person who participates in the pilot, which is 10,000 baht, which is quite a bit of money for the average Thai. With that money, they can use it, they program the money, so they can use it to buy groceries, and essential things. They cannot use it to buy fuel, tobacco, alcohol. They can use it in 4 kilometers radius from their house. The official excuse is that we want to stimulate the economy, the local community and the economy. And there's an expiry date of 6 months on the money. And everyone that participates in this pilot program has to be registered in the taxation system of the state, and many of the Thai people are not. And this is 50 million people. They onboarded a lot of millions already. It's going very fast. It's going pretty well. I'm following it. It doesn't look good. 2 things that are happening in parallel to the launch of that second pilot, which is huge, is the rollout of a digital ID in Thailand, and the second one is carbon climate taxing. They're both going out in parallel. They have some linkage between them, because if you want to be part of the CBC pilot, you do have to have a digital ID. It's linking to that system. And with the carbon, the climate stuff, you can see that you may be throttled if you reach some quotas in terms of your climate-related expenses.
So, CBDC, Central Bank Digital Currency. This is the second pilot program, right? Pilot meaning it's like the inception, the initial start of something, right? So this is the second time doing a pilot program with digitized blockchain money, all right, that has an expiration date of 6 months, all right, and they can only use it within a certain radius of their dwelling, going into those 15-minute cities we've been telling you all about, the blockchain and the digital currency that we've been telling you all about, the CBDC, because what? They're going to collapse all of the paper money, right, the current system, and digital money will take over. And you see they have restrictions on what can and cannot be bought. They have restrictions on where things can and cannot be bought. It also said what? You have to be registered to be taxed within that system, which is a way. So them giving away free money, right, free coin, is a way to grab a lot of those people and catch them and input them into a database. So now they know who that person is, where they live, the radius around them, what they're going to be buying, because they're tracking all that. Okay. And then what did she say next? A digital ID. These are all the things that many of the men, especially Elder Yashawamba, has been talking about, moving down the pipeline. All right, Elder Yashawamba, Remnant Save 144. Go check out his channel. All right, from the elder from the Dallas branch. Okay. So all of these things are being used as a test program over in the Far East, man. Just like they did over there with in 2020. All right, and some other things before it made its way over here. All right, with it, as far as like, you know, the uproars of the people because the government was putting a squeeze on them, raising prices on things, cutting up, you know, rolling blackouts, throttling down the food the food industry, as far as like putting a squeeze on farmers, right? Local farmers, putting restraints on them, what they can grow. Okay. Raising the taxes on them, eminent domaining their land. Okay. Government seizure of their land. And then, of course, as we know, a lot of the places that produced, you know, we had that the culling of all those fowl, chickens and turkeys, right? Because they said there was some type of, you know, virus, bug, whatever, going around infecting the poultry. Then there was a culling of all the livestock, a bunch of different places that you know were breeding and raising up cattle for the sake of, the marketplaces. So all these things are coming into effect, man, and they're going to make their way over here. And your boy Donnie J is setting up, right? Setting things up. Him and Elon, okay, and separating us from a lot of our allies, the America's allies, right? So these are things to take heed to, all right, and be mindful of in the times to come. We're going to stay in the book of Psalms. Let me grab the 83rd chapter and verse 2. It says, "For lo, thine enemies make a tumult, and they that hate thee have lifted up the head. They have taken crafty counsel against thy people and consulted against thy hidden ones." And of course, this is going on over in Thailand, and it will be the norm in most places in the world. But what is their main goal? The main goal is to get control of the masses, control of the people, all the people, so they can have godhood, right? And then merge man with machine. Okay? Doing what? And with that, they will try to snuff out as many Israelites as they can, because they know that we have the blessing. We have the inheritance. All right? But there's nothing they can do. There's nothing they can do. All right? Because Yahweh's elect are already sealed, man. This thing is predestined. But Esau, working with the left-hand side, thinking he can upset prophecy. And there's nothing he can do, man. Verse 4, "They have said, Come and let us cut them off from being a nation, that the name of Israel may be no more in remembrance." And that's the main reason why they're trying to digitize everything. Because what did this devil say? He said, we may be the last generation of Homo sapiens. So if they can wipe out actual people, Homo sapiens, that means they can get rid of nations. You understand? And everybody will be a new creature. Part organic, part manufactured machine. Okay? That's their goal. Anyway, and we've been saying all of this, these systems are set in place before the forced implementation of the Charagma. Okay? Which is right here. Let's get it. Revelation 13 and 16. "And he causeth all, both small and great, rich and poor," right? He's targeting the poor right now, "free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their foreheads, and that no man might buy or sell, that they save he that had the mark, or the name of the number, Salaki, or the name of the beast, or the number of his name." All right, you see that? And then when you read down, it says, "Here's wisdom, let him that have understanding count the number of the beast, for it is the number of a man. And his number is 636," which if you look over here to the right side of the page, at the bottom, that's the number. Trey 6, right? Trey 6 Mafia. Like the music group back in the day, right? But it says, "He calleth all, both small and poor, rich and bond, to receive a mark," right? And then it says what? So we know that they are targeting the poor first as part of the pilot. The rich are going to be persuaded to keep their lifestyle, right? And that no man might buy or sell save that they had the mark. Because what? They put constraints on what you can buy. It's right there in the clip, man. They put constraints on the radius of your of your where you live at, where you can use the money. It's coming, man. It's coming. This is the second pilot program. And why did they pick Thailand? Because they know a lot of people was probably thinking about sliding over to Thailand, getting away from this place, you know, because that's one of the places that people have been saying. Even they were saying hypothetically, if I had to pick a place, it'd be over there. And a lot of that because they got some pretty women over there anyway. But you know, you can get natural food still over there, right? They grow their food. It's heavily based in vegetables. You don't have to eat a lot of that abominable shit that they got over there, like roaches and all of that shit that they be frying up. Anyhow, because they still are heathen, so don't get it twisted. All right, it's Jake among them for sure. For sure, it's Jake among them over there. All right, but it's a more simplistic lifestyle. But as you see, they're seeking to try to raise people out of poverty and give them a better quality of life with strings attached. All right. So now we have to be vigilant and pay attention. I'm going to go back to Psalms. Because these things are coming among us, man. They are coming amongst us, and quickly. We'll see how fast you know, that these things will make their way over here to the west, and they're probably going to use a little bit different MO over here, modus operandum, right? Some of it will be, you know, the poor, because it's a lot of people struggling, so a lot of people will take it from that. But then I have a feeling that they're gonna try to make it like cool and shit over here. They're gonna probably use some celebrities and some shit like that, right? This is Psalms chapter 64:2. Hide me from the secret counsel of the wicked, from the insurrection of the workers of iniquity, right? And the Lord, listen, the name of the Lord is a strong tower. All right. So we are in the midst of all of this, right? You still got famine and a bunch of other shit that has to hit, man. These prophecies got to come full throttle, and they're ramping up. All right. And that's what we saying. Hey, Lord, keep us. All right. Put a place a hedge of protection around us, right? And Baba Shah, keep us in the faith, in the truth. All right, because none of us really know what our end is, but we have the hope of the Lord. All right. Our hope is in the Lord, and we have the hope of salvation, man, through Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai, man. The hope of Yahweh through his son, Hamashiach Yahweh Shai, our Lord and Savior, man. This is Proverbs 18:10. The name of the Lord is a strong tower. The righteous runneth into it and is safe. You see that? And so we constantly send up prayers and petition to be counted amongst that number. Pray for mercy, endurance, all of these things. Right? So again, you Akwath that don't have a man as a covering, you need to start keeping your behinds in the house. Right? And you men, hey, better get it together, yo. Times are moving. Time is speeding up. And these times are coming quickly, yo. Isaiah 26:20. Come, my people, enter thou into thy chambers and shut thy doors about thee. Hide thyself. Hide thyself as it were for a little moment until the indignation be overpassed. And that's what we are hoping for. And there is coming a time where the Lord will have a famine of the word. And we will no longer be able to put out videos like this. We'll no longer be able to go on the street corners and push the word. All right? So, you know, Akim, Akwath, stay prayed up. And keep your eyes open. All right? The watchmen are heralding as as they have been in the past for decades, and the men that have entered into their labors are aiding in the heralding of the times to come. All right. The time of Jacob's trouble. All right. And the salvation of our people. Because Esau's downfall is our salvation, but we have a straight way to go before we get there. Anyway, I pray this lesson finds you well. I pray that it was edifying. Until next time, Shalom. Wa Abad Babal.